Hey guys, Tony Ray here at our backwoods homestead, and I'm down in a hole. Welcome to the new year 2021. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, as you can see, we had a septic break in our line coming out of the outlet, and there was no clean out on this when they did it, so I'm going to repair this. I'll get a better shot. I'm down in a hole and it's muddy, and I really don't have anywhere to put my tripod, so I'm kind of doing this without my mic or anything, just on the camera, so it might be a little rough. But anyway, I hadn't posted in a while, so I'll turn around and film some of this if I can, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, getting ready to dig a ditch right here at our backwoods homestead, and they're going to dig us a drain over here from the house. And then that's what we're doing now. That's Joe over there on the machine, and so we're getting this done. Okay guys, like I said, it's just me out here by myself. So you saw that line before, that's coming from the septic right there. That's the outlet. That's the outlet. So anyway, what I'm doing is I did have another dig, this one that's coming straight. So what I did is I put a 22 fitting on the main outlet, and I wired it off and put a T, and that'll come above the ground. That'll be my clean out to my original septic line that goes into my field lines way on out there. So those are fine, but it was the clog was right here, and there was no clean out. So I had to dig down, and so I could find it, and then put one of those rooters in there, you know, that goes with the electric clean out. And so we got it cleaned out. So now what I'm doing to be safe, so let me turn the camera around. So from that, I had my buddy come dig me another line, field line with a reservoir at the end. So as a precaution, I'm gonna run an extra line there, and kind of like a reservoir, and it'll seep down right in there, and I'll put gravel in that. So kind of hard to film today, and so I'll just film a little bit at a time, and then I'll show you the final deal, and we'll do a test. Put a riser up there on the septic inlet from the house, comes in right there by the RV, goes into the bathroom, comes out right there. So it was overflowing right here and coming up to the ground. So I think we got it fixed, and I'll come back after I get all this cut. I'm measuring right now and cutting, and then I'll come back and do another video. See you in a minute. Okay guys, back with another little short. I'm having to do this in parts because I can't hold the camera. It's all got to be handheld. And as you can see, that's my backup field line. And then so here's what I had to do. That's my main line. I had to put a 22-degree fitting right there, schedule 40, to a Y. So that's my original drain. I got a boot. All I got to do is cut a short piece of a 4-inch pipe right there, PVC, and couple that on. That way, if I ever need to get in there, it'd be easier to get off than having to cut a piece of pipe. So I just put a fair boot, what do you call it? Just a rubber little coupling on there. So this is my T coming up, and then I'll have my clean out right there. So actually I'll have a coupling on that pipe, and then that'll be my clean out. I just screw that off, and that way now I can snake that out if I need to. Couldn't do that before because this house was built in the 30s. So anyway, I'll be back, and I'm going to glue all this up. I'm dry fitting it before I glue it. And then that pipe there, I'll run out another field line just as a backup right out to there. But for now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cap. I'm going to run about a 2-foot piece of pipe out, and then I'm going to cap that off and just leave this all open for about a month to make sure everything's working. So I'll be back with the finish when I get finished. It's been a while since I did a video, but it's been chaotic over here. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, back at it. A lot I didn't get on video because it was just too hard to do it by myself. And like I said, I'm not using my regular microphone. I'm using the microphone on the camera just because of the way I got to get down in this ditch. So anyway, there is my septic, and now it's flowing well. That's my outlet clean out if I want to run a snake there. That's how I had to do it before, which is a little difficult. So now what I did, see where that purple primer is, that was my main old line, which was good. The rest of that from there is all new. So what I did is I did a Y fitting there, a 22 degree to a Y and a T, which is going to be my clean out. And then I put a little boot and ran it into the field line. That goes into the field line. That line there goes about 10 feet and then it runs into the field line. And then I just capped that off right there. So like I said, I just capped that off. And then when I want to expand that, right now I'm just really testing it. And this is my T, my clean out. And then I'll have this over here, but I'm gonna run this up about 2 feet above the ground so it's level with the top of that dirt when I fill in. I'm gonna wait about a month before I fill this in because I want to make sure this doesn't leak. So right now I just got Patty running the, you won't see any water leaking out in here, coming out in here until the septic gets where it overflows into the, from the sludge side to the other side, and that's the side that goes into your field line. Most of the sludge will go to the bottom. So we're all going to put root killer in here that foams up, and that stuff works really well, and I'll put that in the link below. Instead of putting just the pellets in, that just goes right through the line. If your lines aren't level, that won't do you any good. And this all goes on an angle. So I'm turning around here, see before, I'll just walk this. Here's my other field line that I'm going to put in case that one fails. This runs about 50 feet. And then there's a little reservoir here that I'm gonna, and I think that's gonna perk well. And I'll put gravel in that. Like I said, we've got a lot of property and there's nobody out here, so it shouldn't be any odor. And you just see all this dirt I got to put back, so I think I'm gonna get my neighbor to come up here and with his tractor and push that over, pay him a little bit. We do a lot of bartering around here. So anyway, that's what you do, homesteading. That's a day in the life of homesteading. Try to do all this stuff yourself, because that right there probably would have cost me $300 or $400 to have somebody go do this right here, plus the parts. All in all, I have to figure it up, but it really wasn't that much. I'd say about $75 to $100 for everything. I bought some extra parts too when I expand that pipe, so all I have to do is unscrew that, cut that pipe, put a coupling, and run the rest of my field line. So anyway, pretty much done. I got Patty in there washing clothes and washing dishes, and we're going to see when that fills up how that drains. So anyway, I'll be back in just a minute. We'll end this video. Well, one of the things I forgot, I just remembered, when I got all this done and everything put back together and got the clean out done, I decided to did some research and decided to use this Roebic foaming root killer, and it contains no copper, because copper will destroy clay pipes and PVC pipes eventually. So this is in 2 parts. There's a little separation in here in the bottle. It's about a pound. Let's see, this is yeah, it's 1 pound, 16 ounces. And the stuff's supposed to foam up in the pipe instead of like the pellets that go through there, and it'll just kind of, if you're putting this in to clean out your line and then they're angled or they're not flat, it's just going to kind of pass through. Well, this foams up and encases the entire pipe. So I didn't show snaking out this line, but we had tons of roots in it, and that was really our problem. We'll see how this works, and I may do a follow-up video on this to show you. But So anyway, this is Roebic foaming root killer. I'll put it in the description below. Thanks a lot. Hey guys, thanks for joining me right here at our backwoods homestead. And I'm wrapping this up, and so finally got it done. I'm wore out. About 2 days of all this, and as you can see, I showed you before. So all I got to do is cover this dirt up, but we're going to wait till about a month. So thanks for joining me right here, and I'll see you on the next video. See you when I rest up some. So hope everybody's having a good year so far, and we'll see you on the next video.